Ever feel that pull? That intense desire for something or someone that feels like it could consume you whole? It's a powerful, almost primal feeling. We've all been there, chasing something we believe will finally satisfy us. Imagine this: you're in a vast, scorching desert, parched with thirst. Someone hands you a magnificent golden cup, filled to the brim with what looks like cool, clear water. You raise it to your lips, ready for that sweet relief. But as you drink, the water turns to sand, gritty, dry, and impossible to swallow. It doesn't quench your thirst, it just makes it worse. This is what unmanaged desire, what some call lust, can feel like. It promises satisfaction, but delivers an endless, unquenchable thirst. It keeps you chasing a mirage, always believing the next sip will be the one that finally saves you. But it never is. The more you drink, the thirstier you become, lost in a desert of your own making, with the sun beating down and no oasis in sight. It's an exhausting cycle, a promise that always leaves you empty. This cycle often leads to a strange and lonely place, the gallery of objectification. Picture a man walking silently through a vast, cold hall. The air is still, and the only color comes from the cold, blue light filtering through high windows. This isn't just any gallery. It's filled with statues, exquisitely carved, looking so real you expect them to breathe. But they are stone. They are objects admired for their form, their beauty, their perfection. The man reaches out and gently touches the cheek of one of the statues. As his fingers make contact, a tiny crack appears, spiderwebbing across the cold surface. There's no connection, no warmth, just the cold, hard reality of stone. This is what happens when we view others not as people, but as objects to be desired or possessed. We strip away their humanity, their stories, their feelings, and see only a perfect, lifeless form. We create a collection of idols, but in doing so, we isolate ourselves. We walk through a world of our own making, surrounded by beautiful things that can never love us back, that can never offer real connection. The touch that was meant to connect only ends up breaking things, leaving us more alone than before in a silent, melancholic gallery. And that's when you start to feel the chains. You might not see them at first. They're subtle, almost invisible, but you feel their pull. Imagine tiny, translucent strings attached to your wrists, your eyes, even your thoughts. You try to look away, but your head is gently pulled back. You try to walk your own path, but your hands are guided towards something you know isn't good for you. In the shadows, a formless figure holds the other end of these strings. It's the personification of your addiction, your obsession. It doesn't need to use force. The pull is constant, a gentle but relentless tug that wears down your willpower. You start to lose your autonomy, your freedom to choose. You become a puppet in a play you didn't write. This isn't about being weak. It's about the powerful nature of compulsive behavior. It hijacks your brain's reward system, making you believe you need this thing to survive. The world narrows until all you can see is the object of your desire, and all you can feel is the pull of those invisible strings, leading you deeper into the darkness, away from your true self and the life you actually want to live. But what if I told you there's a way to break free? A way to cut those strings and step out of the desert? It's not a magic trick or an instant fix. It's something much simpler and far more profound. Imagine a park bathed in the warm, golden light of the setting sun. The world is soft, hazy, and peaceful. On a bench, a couple sits, not saying much. They're just together. He's listening as she talks, a genuine smile on his face. She feels seen, heard, and respected. Their hands are intertwined, a simple, gentle touch. The camera focuses on their hands, not a desperate grasp, but a comfortable, secure hold. This is the antidote. This is freedom. It's found in real, human connection. It's about seeing the person, not the object. It's about valuing the soul, not just the shell. It's about a bond built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. This kind of connection doesn't consume. It nourishes. It doesn't objectify. It celebrates. It doesn't bind you with invisible chains. It sets you free to be your most authentic self. The thirst is quenched not by a fleeting sensation, but by the deep, abiding peace of knowing you are truly seen and valued for who you are. This isn't a fantasy. It's a reality we can all choose to build. So, how do we get there? How do we walk out of that desert and into the gold in our park? It starts with a conscious choice, a choice to seek connection over consumption. It begins with self-awareness, recognizing the patterns of unquenchable thirst and objectification in our own lives. It's about asking yourself, am I pursuing a person or an idea of a person? Am I seeking a connection or just a sensation? This requires honesty and courage. The next step is to practice empathy. Try to see the world from another person's perspective. Acknowledge their thoughts, feelings, and experiences as valid and important as your own. This is the foundation of respect, and it's what transforms a stone statue back into a living, breathing human being in our eyes. It's also crucial to find fulfillment within yourself, rather than seeking it from external sources. Cultivate hobbies, passions, and friendships that build you up and give you a sense of purpose. When you are whole on your own, you can enter into relationships not out of neediness or a desire to consume, but out of a desire to share. Finally, remember that genuine connection is a practice. It's about small, everyday actions. It's putting your phone down and truly listening. It's offering a kind word. It's celebrating someone's successes and supporting them through their struggles. It's the choice to be vulnerable, to show your true self and allow someone else to do the same. This is where true intimacy is born. It's not about grand romantic gestures, but the quiet, consistent effort to understand and care for another person. This is the path to freedom. It leads you away from the cracked statues and invisible strings and towards the warmth of a shared sunset. It's a journey from the illusion of fulfillment to the reality of deep, meaningful connection. The golden cup of lust will always turn to sand, but the shared cup of genuine love will always be replenishing. Choose to seek the relationships that water your soul, not the ones that leave you thirsting for more in an endless desert. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content that explores the deeper aspects of our human experience. See you next time.